Hello, hi, welcome to our science lesson. Today, in our lesson, we are going to see about nature of matter. So, what is meant by matter? Matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. Next, we move on to see John Dalton's theory of matter. According to John Dalton, he has four key points in his theory of matter. The first key point is all matter is composed of tiny indivisible particles called atoms, and the second key point is each pure substance has its own kind of atom, and the third key point is particles in matter are always in motion, and the last point is the speed at which the particles moves depends on the amount of energy that they have, and also it depends on the temperature. So next we see the kinetic theory. So the kinetic theory also stated that the particles in matters are in constant motion. So less kinetic energy is equal to slow movement, and more kinetic energy is equal to fast movement. So solid has less kinetic energy and gas has more kinetic energy. So next we move on to the classification of matter. Matter can be classified into three, which is solid, example an ice, and a liquid, example a water. The last is a gas, example oxygen or carbon dioxide. So do you know how these particles are arranged in matters? So there are three types of matters, right? So solid, a liquid, and gas. Now we see the particles arrangements in solid. So the particles are very close to each other and they have a regular arrangements and vibrate in a fixed position. So for liquid, the particles are not close to each other, has some arrangements and can roll to each other. And for gas, particles are far away from each other, no orders and can move freely. So next, we move on to this physical properties of different matters. In this, we are going to see about four different properties such as shape, volume, fluidity, and compressibility. Same, we have three different matters, which is solid, liquid, and gas. So let's talk about solid. Solid has fixed shape, fixed volume, but cannot flow and cannot be compressed. And for liquid, they don't have fixed shape but have fixed volume and can flow easily and cannot be easily compressed. And for gas, they don't have fixed shape or fixed volume, but they flow faster and can be compressed. Next, we move on to the changes of states. So, when a solid is changed into liquid, the process is called melting. And when liquid changes into solid, the process is called freezing. And when liquid changes into gas, the process is called evaporation. And when the gas changes into liquid, the process is called condensation. When gas changes into solid is called deposition or desublimation, and when solid changes into gas, it is called sublimation. So these are the changes of states. So hope you had understood my lesson. Thank you. See you in our next lesson.